proud moment when my sister Sarah told me she was starting her makeup business. I really wanted to help her start off well. So when she said to me,
Brother Tunji, shake body now and support my ministry,
I answered, the support you need now is an Avon HMO health plan.
An Avon HMO health plan?
Yes, dear. I explained that because her health is very important. With an Avon HMO health plan, she won't have to self-medicate or spend money on hospital bills. Finally, I said, I'll subscribe for you online and pay for the first year. But from next year, you'll renew it by yourself.
Hey, thank you, brother me.
Visit AvonHealthcare.com on your phone to buy your plan in just 3 easy steps. It's that fast and simple.
Avon HMO, empowering you to live healthier, fuller lives.
Smooth Health on the Drive.
It's a global observation that helps raise people's awareness.
Get health information and tips for optimal well-being.
How to prevent it, detect or treat it.
This is Smooth Health on the Drive.
Smooth Health on the Drive, in association with Avon HMO.
And we are Smooth 98.1. Welcome inside Smooth Health here for a Thursday here. Dr. Dami in the studio. Dr. Dami, yay.
Hi, guys.
Welcome. And you all out there, you want to join the conversation, send us some messages, 0809-444-0981. Head over to Avon HMO, at Avon HMO, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So what are we discussing this evening?
Today, we are talking body pains, gout, and rheumatic conditions.
Gout. I always wondered,
what is this gout?
They tell you eat too much suya, you're gonna get gout. That's what my uncle used to tell me.
Yeah, usually attacks the big toe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, usually
How does suya cause something way down
I
there?
just was
It's
obsessed.
not
I don't
just the
think
suya. They're just saying that when you have gout, don't consume too much meat.
Oh, so you'd have to have gout in order to be affected by suya.
Well, again, the cost is out there, but yes, maybe consumption of too much meat can predispose you to getting gout.
Okay.
But once you do get the gout, then you also don't want to consume too much meat.
Oh, Uncle Sam scared me for years with that one.
Chicken or egg situation. So what is gout?
What is it?
It's an inherited disorder of metabolism causing recurrent acute arthritis of the peripheral joint.
Oh, it's inherited.
Could be. Some people, I've seen areas where there was no family history and they still had gout. So, yeah.
Okay. So what are the signs?
What does it do? Well, so the cause is a disorder of protein metabolism leading to hyperuricemic body fluids, which cause deposition of crystal, I'm reading word for word, of monosodium urate in and around the joints and tendons. Oh my God.
Sounds really
so
deep.
basically what they're saying is the protein metabolism doesn't work as well, which is what you were saying about the suya issue, which is why I said yes. Such people shouldn't consume too much meat. And then it's a chicken or egg situation. Which one came first? So is it because I overconsumed meat and I was already predisposed by having issues with my protein metabolism, and then I started developing high amounts of uric acid in my blood, and then that precipitated the deposition of the uric crystals in my joints? Does that make sense?
Oh, uric crystals are in your joints. That's why they hurt.
Right, that's why they hurt. Now, if I have these uric crystals in my joint, I don't want to keep consuming meat because I already have a protein metabolism issue. Does that make sense?
Yes. And inability
to occurs more commonly in men. We finally find a male disease.
Good. All that meat eating.
Everything is women, more commonly in women. But yeah, gout is more common in men. So signs and symptoms, there can be the acute issue, there can be the chronic issue. So it really is a type of arthritis. I think a lot of people already have an understanding of what arthritis is, just joint pains.
How's arthritis different from rheumatism?
Also, they're all arthritis. So there are different kinds of arthritis. You have the rheumatic arthritis, which is more of the inflammation and an antibody response. Okay. And then you have the osteoporosis, which is the degeneration of the bones themselves.
Okay. So what are some of the signs and the symptoms of gout?
Yes. So you have the acute or chronic ones. You have deposition of the urate in soft tissues and cartilage, and this can produce nodules called tophi. So in the joints around the toes of the people that have this syndrome, you see that the side, and I'm removing my shoes so I can show them.
And we're really looking like.
Let me have your leg.
Examine it. So the side where the big toe, you know where people say they have bunions?
Bunions.
Yes, that place hurts so much with people that have gout. And like the whole big toe just hurts them, and then even going towards the upper part of the feet.
It's just pain there.
Pain, yeah. Worse even with touch. The metatarsophalangeal joint, also known as the big toe. All these big words. Metatarsophalangeal joint of the big toe is the most commonly affected joints. Yeah. So anyway, the way they diagnose this thing, because like anybody can have body pains anywhere, and it can be rheumatic arthritis or osteoporosis or gout. But once they do the x-rays or they do lab findings, with the gout, they will find raised uric acid levels. But it's not everybody that has hyperuricemia or uric acid that actually has gout.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's something extra that then predisposes these people to developing the gout. I mean, other test results, their WBCs are high. I mean, that's for your doctor to do. I mean, that's why we always encourage you, go see your doctor. So that way they can tell you exactly what is wrong with you. Does that make sense? And also with gout, you want to make sure that you didn't strain your toe, you didn't hit a stone, you didn't hit a football wrongly, you know, because that could make your big toe pain you. So it's not every big toe that is gout.
American high school students are the worst. So if you'd come to school with funny looking shoes, you'd be like, oh, he got the gout.
Oh, Lord.
because you know those orthopedic kids? Because I guess if you have the gout, you have to wear shoes that are quite comfortable. And, you know, high schoolers, everything is about how...
Does it cause the toe to swell?
Yes, you can have redness, swelling, and inflammation. Hot, tender to the touch, hot to the touch, that particular area where the gout deposits.
And can it be on both big toes?
Yes, it could be.
And with your big toe, that is balance, right? Or is that the little toe? Either way, you're going to be quite a wobbly on your...
Yes, and that's why a lot of people with gout, you see them, the old people, their bones, they're like kind of funny, they are hunched back a little bit.
So it affects the whole body?
Oh yeah, it could affect the whole body. Some people even end up with walking sticks, depending on how bad it is. Yes, usually the first sign is pain in the toe, in the big toe.
What's the second sign? It spreads?
Yeah, all your joints, I guess.
All your joints. All your joints can start to ache.
It can be cured, yes?
Well, with certain medications, harsh medications, yes, there's medication every medication is harsh. But yes, there's definitely medication to reduce the amount of uric crystals in your blood. Does that make sense?
So they have to break them down pretty much, attack the joints and the crystals.
What you just said, uric crystals, is it the same thing that happens when we're not in a state of activity, that thing that forms inside of us?
No.
It's not. What is that?
Those are blood clots.
No, not blood clots.
I'm not even sure I know what you're talking about.
Where if you don't engage...
Lactic acid is what you're talking about.
Lactic acid, yes. Okay.
Yeah, usually, it's totally different.
Totally different.
Totally different, yeah.
It's like when you sleep. If you sleep and you want to force yourself to sleep some morning, your body starts to ache. That's that inactivity in your muscles.
Lactic acid.
Get the up.
But those don't get crystallized. The lactic acid doesn't get crystallized in the joints, does it?
No.
That's muscles.
That's in the muscle. Yeah, that's something totally different.
Okay.
The attacks of gout can last from a few days to weeks. Symptom-free periods do exist between attacks.
Okay, so there's times when your body might not be in pain or your big toe might not.
Yes, exactly. Gout can be controlled. And there is good prognosis for it because there is medication for it. I mean, there are certain things you might need to avoid. Sometimes they say don't take aspirin. Sometimes they say don't take Panadol. You know, there are certain things that you need to avoid. But if you have gout, you should be under supervision of a doctor. Because gout too, as much as we say there's good prognosis, if it starts affecting your kidneys, the outlook is not too good.
What about the weather? Does it have an effect? Cold?
Well, in general, a lot of my patients that have joint issues are very sensitive to weather anyway. So, yes, with gout, same thing.
So it's better to stay in hot climates?
No, not necessarily. What happens is they would tell you that when it's about to rain, they know it has something more to do with moisture. Yeah, I think it has something more to do. So with the Chinese people will say you have dampness in your joints. So the dampness is what's causing the heavy sensations and the pain. So these people will tell you, yes, my knee starts aching. I always know when it's going to rain because my knee starts to ache.
My back and my 2 index fingers. Like right now it hurt a bit because it's cold in here. And my back would hurt if I was in a different weather. Or even, once if I'm not in this Lagos and it's just small.
You have moisture in your joints.
So you probably have
my trigger fingers are...
Yeah, quit playing those games, Mazzino.
What?
I wonder why you got moisture in your finger joints.
Nasty.
You nasty. Go over here going like that.
Doctor,
please, let's move on.
There can be different reasons. Also, so why you don't have gout.
All right.
But you might have some joint issues. With age, there's all manners of things that can happen to your joints with aging. Your cartilage is not as
flexible.
Right. It's not as much.
Everything with age.
Exactly. Aging is just... the one thing you don't want to do with gout is get dehydrated. So people that cure everything with a water fasts are really good.
Okay.
Which is just staying away from water. Staying away from water. Yeah, some people do dry fasting. They don't even drink water. They don't eat for certain diseases, and it does help them because then the body has time to heal instead of time to digest the food. That's the whole idea behind a fast. But for gout, we don't actually recommend you fasting to heal yourself. You want to stay low in a lot of amino acids, which again is meat-based. Especially something called the low purine diet, which your doctor will work out with you. If overweight, you want to reduce your weight to the normal range. Some of the purine-rich foods that we want you to avoid, very important, are organ meats.
Oh.
Yeah, so people with gout are told not to take organ meats.
Meats?
Yeah. So we're talking about liver, kidney. Exactly. So maybe that's where the suya issue comes in. Well, pray you don't develop gout so you can keep eating them. Regular meat, shellfish. Ooh, my God, shellfish. Certain types of fishes like herring, sardines. You want to stay away from them. Seafood, mushrooms, all the good stuff. You want to stay away from alcohol. Definitely, alcohol will still precipitate your gout attacks. And then there's something called gout attacks. When I'm telling you, the big toe is like they're shooting needles into it.
Hey, just cut it off.
Exactly. Some people want to do that.
Also, remember you can send in text messages, rather WhatsApp messages to 08094440901. Before we go on a break, can I ask one question here?
Yes.
From a texter. It says, hey Dr. Dami, can gout spread throughout the entire body to every other joint in the body? No name to that. Please add your names when you send us a text message.
Yes. So it's not only affecting the big toe, it can affect other areas too, but usually the first attack is usually the big toe, but it can affect the feet, ankles, hands, knees, wrists, elbows, or other joints. It's typically in only one joint, but chronic gout can affect multiple joints.
Everywhere you just mentioned is hurting on my body. We need to take a break.
Let's take a break. Also take more of your messages here.
We're going to diagnose our during the break.
Hypochondria.
We'll be right back. To stay tuned.
Smooth health on the drive.
So Lagos, if you didn't know, now you know.
Stay tuned.
Smooth health on the drive in association with Avon HMO.
Love your mother, love your father, love your sister, love your brother.
And here is the concept of love. Concept love is us jogging together in the rain, the rhythmic motion of your delightful calf muscles calling my name. Love is us. Love is the whirlwind romance of courtship, the roller coaster, merry-go-round, your soft touch on the couch on Friday night, listening to Motown. Love is us. Love is space exploration of the furthest boundaries of the galaxy of affection. Our journey is not yet done. Love is us. Love is love. Love is you. And I am Smooth 98.1.
Love music. Love life. Smooth.
My sweetheart. All right. You guys should let your aunt rest first. It's not bombarding her with plenty talk. Wow, Bola, your kids are always vibrant. What's the secret, my dear? The secret is our family health plan from Avon HMO. Avon HMO? Yes, so since my husband bought the Avon HMO plan for our family, the burden of paying hospital bills and self-medication is completely removed from us. With their quick response and excellent service, we enjoy correct peace of mind. Sister. Well done, Mother of the year. I hear you.
Visit AvonHealthcare.com on your phone to buy your plan in just 3 easy steps. It's that fast and simple.
Avon HMO, empowering you to live healthier, fuller lives.
It is Shopper Martin on your radio. Love is my mother, my father, my sister, my friends. It's my brothers who protect me right till the end. Love is a lot of things. It's undefinable. It's pleasure and pain and laughing in the rain. Love is indescribable. It's everything. But at the end of the day, it's just showing up thick and thin. And of course, love is Smooth 98.1.
Love music. Love life. Smooth 98.1. Smooth health on the drive.
So Lagos, if you didn't know, now you know.
Stay tuned.
Smooth Health on the Drive in association with Avon HMO.
And welcome back to Smooth Health in association with Avon HMO. Dr. Dami's here. We've been discussing gout.
If you doubt that you have gout, see your doctor.
And other rheumatic conditions.
Good one.
Rheumatism.
Well, there are many things that are under rheumatism, so we're going to focus on rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
So, again, this is something that can cause pain in your body. So, rheumatoid arthritis is a chronic polyarthritis, usually, so poly means many, usually involving symmetrical presentation in the peripheral joints. I love all these big words that I cannot pronounce. That can lead to destruction of the bone and cartilage, resulting in characteristic deformities.
Okay. So deformities.
Right. So with the rheumatoid arthritis, people form a lot of nodules. So that's where you see bumps and stuff on their hands.
Oh.
Right. Sorry? Joints, yes. You know, the finger is bent.
Like, I had an
those
American
really
history teacher whose hands were like this, but he was in the Gulf War, so.
Oh, maybe he has a nerve issue. No, I can't give some.
Is this something is it genetic condition?
It could be, yes.
Is it brought on by cracking your fingernails too much, washing your hands in hot water?
They say that, no.
Okay.
It's an immune system issue. Also has a genetic association. Usually occurs between the ages of 35 to 50.
Okay.
I know
okay.
that.
And guess what?
What?
Affects more women. 3 times as more women than men.
Wow.
But anyway, the men have gout.
Exactly, so they can...
This is not a score thing.
Oh my God.
It's here.
I know, right? So it's been suggested that rheumatoid arthritis in females may be related to... How do you want to answer that? Yeah, you picked.
No, I didn't. Pick where?
It's because of estrogen. Too much estrogen causes everything bad in our body.
Everything. It's like the culprit.
But men don't have an issue when they have too much testosterone.
No.
No.
Instead, it makes us more manly.
Yeah. Women have issues if they have too much testosterone. They have issues if they have too much estrogen.
Let me tell you what they have.
What?
Too much body hair.
Which we can live with.
I'm just joking. But no, if you have too much active form, if you have too much of the active form of testosterone, you can develop prostatitis. No, not prostatitis. BPH. Right, benign prostatic hypertrophy has been related to high levels of something called DHT, which is the active form of testosterone.
Okay. So
there you go.
Thank you.
It also makes you smell a bit more, doesn't it? More
sweat a bit more, be hot a bit more. But yeah, men usually don't have excess testosterone for some reason, only if they're taking it externally. So that's what the men do. They shoot up testosterone. They take the pills, they take the creams. Exactly. What the men usually have is low testosterone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that cause their body to be haywire, or is it just...
Oh, yes, because it's a ratio thingy. So when you're having low testosterone, that means you're having higher estrogen. So you can start forming the man boobies and, you know,
and all
the
that.
big belly and, you know, stuff like that.
Does it make men more effeminate when they have low
testosterone? Could be. I have a theory, but I'm not even going to go into that. No.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Into
rheumatism. So symptoms, I guess that's
yes, signs and symptoms. Right, exactly. So onset may be sudden, abrupt inflammation of many joints. Fever usually occurs. Yes. Lymphadenopathy and splenomegaly. So lymphadenopathy just means your lymph nodes
are not having a party.
Pain in the lymph nodes. Everybody has lymph nodes.
Lymphadenopathy.
You know that thing that starts to bulge out and cause pain. Yes, when you're sick, you have a sore throat underneath your neck. You know that your jaw neck area is swollen. Yes, so that is a lymph node. The back of your ear.
Can
has
playing with your lymph nodes inflame them?
I don't know. Can you even play with them? When they are not inflamed, they are not big enough. I mean, you can press it and find it, but when they are not inflamed, they're fine. Now, if they're inflamed and you keep pressing on it, you're just causing yourself more pain. Splenomegaly is enlarged spleen. The spleen is enlarged.
Splenomegaly.
Yes, and the problem with an enlarged spleen is it can burst, though.
Sorry, doctor. Where is the spleen?
So... anatomy class. The spleen is on the left side of the body.
Oh, it hurts already.
Inside.
I know where it is.
The right side of the body is where the liver is.
All right, so you have the spleen.
Underneath your ribs.
So what's the function of the spleen? I can't remember. I'm sorry.
It has something to do with blood.
Okay.
It catches dead red blood cells.
Okay.
It can catch them and keep them for you.
Okay.
One of its functions, but this is not anatomy class.
So diet, nutrition.
Yes.
If you have rheumatism, is there a way or a pattern or habit when it comes to diet that you could
alleviate the pain?
Yeah, definitely. So there's something called nightshades. Nightshades are foods and plants that grow in the dark under a shade.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right. So Google a list, you'll find a list of what nightshades are.
Nightshades, are they purple plants?
Not necessarily. Even your red peppers are nightshades. Potatoes, white potatoes are nightshades.
Oh, those grow at night. Ooh, pistachios are nightshades.
Oh, are they?
I
don't know.
Yeah.
What makes them special? Any particular thing?
Oh, they have some stuff in them that further aggravates the issues in the joint.
Also avoid them.
Avoid them, yes. Avoid the nightshades if you have joint pain. A lot of people that have avoided nightshades have gotten some sort of relief. Eggplants are nightshades too.
Oh, that's why they're why they're that color.
Purple, right? Anyway, Google it. There's a whole list. For other nutrition stuff, reduce wheat, low sugar again. Low sugar is a cure for everything. Now, in this one, you can do short fast. Remember with the gout, we said we don't really recommend fasts. Only because with the fast, you're breaking down fats and proteins at a higher rate. And remember with the gout, it's more of a protein metabolism issue, so you don't want to be breaking protein. But with rheumatoid arthritis, yes, you can do short fast. I recommend it with 2-week intervals between them. Become a vegetarian. That might be good for you.
That'll cure a lot of stuff.
I know, right? Increase your fish oil, so your omega-3s, your omega-6. Bunch of fruits and vegetables like pineapple, limes. Use olive oil, kale, sesame seeds, okra. It's really good. Almonds, stuff like that are really good for rheumatoid arthritis. Red cherries are really good. Also, even for gout. So there was a time everybody would say drink cherry for gout. And then some people were like saying cherries were aggravating the gout. So I don't know. But if you try cherry, it could work for the gout. And if it aggravates you, don't take it. I guess that's the solution. So you want to avoid animal proteins. Food intolerances, like I described earlier on, you can do
milk.
Yes, dairy products.
I think you should avoid dairy if you're a grown-up, just in general.
I know, right? Because
better for life.
We are the only mammals that actually drink milk from another animal. Exactly. Well, sorry, milk people. I would say take almond.
Are intolerant, aren't we? Just genetically intolerant,
especially this African area that we live.
But we don't even have fresh milk in this place. That's so powdered milk.
Exactly. Goat milk is even better than cow because the proteins are smaller, so they digest better in the belly. Avoid tobacco, coffee, caffeine, refined and fried foods. Vitamin B5 is really good. I didn't say the B complex, so I said B5. C, E, zinc. There's something called bromelain, which you find in pineapple. So maybe if you eat a lot of pineapple, that could help you. But people have had a lot of success with joint pains using bromelain. So bromelain is a digestive enzyme that is gotten from pineapple. Some people say like that thicker,
this outside skin.
No, not even the outside skin. The middle, that thick part has a lot of the bromelain. But I just say eat the whole pineapple, juice the whole pineapple. But if that's too much for you, just buy the bromelain capsules. They have it everywhere. A lot of people use it as a digestive aid. But if you want to use it for pain control, you take it on an empty stomach. Unless you just digest your food if you take it with food. You can do like Epsom salt bath. I always tell people Epsom salt is really magnesium and is that thing in like a carton. Do you know Epsom salt? Yeah.
Athletes
some people don't know it. And they have some of it.
Well, being an athlete when I was younger.
Yeah. So for people that know Epsom salt, you can get it from the pharmacy, I'm sure. Just pour a couple cups in. Even just your feet, you can soak just even a joint that aches, or even your feet in the Epsom salt. It would give you more magnesium into your blood as well as relax your joints and stop pain. Castor oil packs are really good. I always tell people put castor oil, maybe you put some on a towel, put it around the area that aches and add some heat sauce. So your heat sauce can be a hot water bottle, electric heating thingies, they sell them that you put on top.
Question for you. Do we have questions coming? Let's see if we have any questions. Oh God, I almost forgot. Sorry, Lagos. Dr. Dami, does this mean to avoid gout we have to have a lesser intake of protein in my food, even if I don't have a developed gout? Period, yes. I
mean, period, yes. People shouldn't consume too much animal protein anyway.
Hey, Dr. Dami, I'd like to know if rheumatism manifests in sickle cell patients more, asks Sony from the
Very good question. I don't know. They have to do research on that. But what I'll say is, and I think that's where she's going towards, is with sickle cell patients, they do have a lot of joint pain. So, yes, they do have a lot of rheumatism, but it's for a different cause.
Okay.
Right. Tissue dead, things being trapped in their vessels, dead blood cells. The blood cells are not the correct shape, so they're getting stuck in areas, especially the spleen. That's why a lot of sickle cell patients get their spleen removed because they have a lot of spleen attacks.
Removing your spleen isn't that dangerous?
No, people live without their spleen, but I say leave all your body organs intact. But yeah, I mean, if especially with sickle cell, because remember, it's a storage house for the dead red blood cells. Their red blood cells are dying at a faster rate, so they're having too many of them in that spleen area, so it's causing them pain.
All right.
So they take it out.
Dr. Dami, does rheumatism raise my risk for other health conditions? Asks Dennis.
Possibly.
And we're trying to do this real quick because we're out of time. Dr. Dami, can rheumatism ever go away, or can it be fixed with surgery?
Yes. With surgery, so here's the thing with surgery. Say, for example, you have rheumatism or osteoporosis, which is the bone issue. Rheumatism is more joints and cartilage. And your hip is like so bad, they can do a hip replacement. But they're putting metal in your body. But hey, if that's what works for you. But yeah, people have controlled rheumatism with diet and supplements, and of course steroids, and of course there are many arthritic drugs out there, many pharmaceuticals that you can use.
Lagos, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you very much, Dr. Dami, for making it again inside another Thursday here for Smooth Health. Do remember now, Avon HMO is in association here with Smooth Health, and you can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Avon HMO, or call them up to 080-224-71470, or send an email to practicaltips@avonhealthcare.com. Stay tuned, Lagos. It's still Smooth Drive with Luka Maz.
Smooth Health on the Drive.
It's a global observation that helps raise people's awareness of
health information and tips for optimal well-being.
How to prevent it, detect or treat it.
Every Thursday at 5:15 p.m.
So Lagos, if you didn't know, now you know.
Smooth Health on the Drive in association with Avon HMO.
This is IBK, aka Spaceship Boy, and you're tuned into Nigeria's #1 radio station. Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. Most definitely.
It was really a proud moment when my sister Sarah told me she was starting her makeup business. I really wanted to help her start off well, so when she said to me,
Brother Tunji, shake body now and support my ministry.
I answered, the support you need now is an Avon HMO health plan.
An Avon HMO health plan?
Yes, dear. I explained that because her health is very important, with an Avon HMO health plan, she won't have to self-medicate or spend money on hospital bills. Finally, I said, I'll subscribe for you online and pay for the first year, but from next year, you'll renew it by yourself.
Hey, thank you, brother me.
Visit AvonHealthcare.com on your phone to buy your plan in just 3 easy steps. It's that fast and simple.
Avon HMO, empowering you to